one of the most memorable characters in Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2 is Baby Groot, the adorable and mischievous offspring of the heroic tree-like alien Groot. But Baby Groot is not just a cute sidekick, he is also a clever marketing strategy that helped Guardians 2 crush Mario at the box office. How did Baby Groot do that? Well, first of all, he appealed to a wider audience than the typical superhero movie fan. Baby Groot's cuteness and innocence attracted children, families, and even non-comic book readers who might otherwise skip a sci-fi action flick. He also added humor and emotion to the movie, making it more enjoyable and relatable for everyone. Secondly, Baby Groot was a merchandising goldmine. He was featured in posters, trailers, toys, clothing, accessories, and even a dancing figurine that mimicked his moves in the movie. He became a viral sensation on social media, with fans sharing memes, GIFs, and videos of him. He also inspired fan art, cosplay, and even tattoos. All of this generated more buzz and hype for the movie, as well as more revenue from merchandise sales. Thirdly, Baby Groot was a smart way to differentiate Guardians 2 from other superhero movies. He gave the movie a unique identity and personality that set it apart from the crowded and competitive genre. He also symbolized the theme of family and friendship that was central to the story. He showed how the Guardians were not just a team of misfits, but a family that cared for each other. In conclusion, Baby Groot was a brilliant marketing strategy that helped Guardians 2 achieve both critical and commercial success. He boosted the movie's appeal, popularity, and profitability with his charm and charisma. He also made us all fall in love with him and want to see more of him in the future. One of the reasons why Guardians 2 crushed Mario at the box office with one item was that Mario failed to appeal to the younger generation, and the nostalgia factor was not enough to compete with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's take a look at how this happened. First of all, Mario is a video game character that has been around since the 1980s and has a loyal fan base of mostly older gamers who grew up with him. While the movie tried to update his look and story for a modern audience, it still relied heavily on references and jokes that only hardcore fans would get. For example, the movie featured cameo appearances by other Nintendo characters like Donkey Kong, Zelda, and Kirby, but they did not have much relevance to the plot or the character development. The movie also used many sound effects and music cues from the original games, which might have been nostalgic for some, but annoying for others. On the other hand, Guardians 2 is part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is one of the most popular and successful franchises in movie history. The MCU has been consistently delivering high-quality movies that appeal to a wide range of viewers, from comic book fans to casual moviegoers. The MCU movies are known for their humor, action, spectacle, and emotional depth. Guardians 2 is no exception, as it follows the adventures of a group of misfit heroes who have to save the galaxy from a cosmic threat. The movie also features a star-studded cast that includes Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Bradley Cooper, Vin Diesel, Kurt Russell, and Sylvester Stallone. Secondly, Mario is a family-friendly movie that is rated PG and has a running time of 1 hour and 32 minutes. While this might seem like a good strategy to attract younger viewers and parents who are looking for a safe and fun movie to watch with their kids, it also limits the movie's potential to explore more complex and mature themes and scenarios. The movie is mostly a lighthearted comedy that does not have much stakes or drama. The villains are cartoonish and easily defeated, the action scenes are not very exciting or inventive, and the characters do not face any real challenges or growth. In contrast, Guardians 2 is a more edgy and daring movie that is rated PG-13 and has a running time of 2 hours and 16 minutes. While this might seem like a disadvantage for some viewers who prefer shorter and less violent movies, it also gives the movie more room to develop its characters and story in a deeper and more meaningful way. The movie is not afraid to tackle issues like family, identity, betrayal, sacrifice, and redemption. The villains are more menacing and formidable, the action scenes are more spectacular and creative, and the characters have to deal with their personal conflicts and relationships. Thirdly, Mario is a standalone movie that does not have much connection or impact on other movies or media. While this might seem like a benefit for some viewers who do not want to follow a complicated or ongoing storyline or catch up on previous movies or shows, it also makes the movie less relevant and memorable in the long run. The movie does not have much hype or anticipation before its release, nor does it have much buzz or discussion after its release. The movie does not set up any sequel or spin-off possibilities, nor does it tie in with any other Nintendo properties or platforms. Meanwhile, Guardians 2 is a sequel that builds on the success and popularity of its predecessor. It also connects with other MCU movies and shows that have been released before or will be released after it. This creates a lot of excitement and curiosity among fans who want to see how their favorite characters will interact with each other and how their stories will progress. The movie also sets up several future projects that will expand the MCU further into new realms and genres. For example, the movie introduces new characters like Mantis, Ego, Aisha, Adam Warlock, and the original Guardians team who will likely appear in future movies or shows. The movie also teases events like Infinity War and Thor: Ragnarok that will have major implications for the MCU as a whole. In conclusion, Mario failed to appeal to the younger generation, and the nostalgia factor was not enough to compete with the Marvel Cinematic Universe because it was too outdated, too simple, and too isolated compared to Guardians 2, which was more modern, more complex, and more connected. How Guardians 2 delivered a satisfying sequel with humor, action, and emotion that resonated with the audience and critics. Guardians of the Galaxy Vol. 2 was one of the most anticipated movies of 2017. The first film was a surprise hit that introduced a quirky team of misfits who saved the galaxy from a powerful villain. The sequel had a lot to live up to, and it did not disappoint. One of the reasons why Guardians 2 was so successful was its balance of humor, action, and emotion. The film was full of hilarious moments that made the audience laugh out loud. From Baby Groot's adorable antics to Drax's blunt comments, the film had a great sense of comedy that never felt forced or out of place. The film also delivered on the action front, with spectacular scenes that showcased the Guardians' skills and teamwork. The opening sequence, where they fought a giant space monster while Baby Groot danced to Mr. Blue Sky, was a perfect example of how the film blended action and humor. The film also had some epic battles, such as the one between Rocket and Yondu's mutinous crew, or the final showdown with Ego, the living planet. But what made Guardians 2 truly stand out was its emotional depth. The film explored the themes of family, friendship, and identity in a meaningful way. The film showed how the Guardians grew closer as a family, despite their differences and conflicts. It also revealed the backstory of some of the characters, such as Nebula's abusive relationship with Thanos, or Yondu's sacrifice for Peter Quill. The film made the audience care about these characters and their struggles, and feel their joy and pain. Guardians 2 was a satisfying sequel that delivered on all fronts: humor, action, and emotion. It was a film that resonated with both the audience and the critics, who praised its story, characters, and visuals. It was a film that crushed Mario at the box office with one item: its heart.